Former lineal heavyweight champion Tyson Fury reaffirms that Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder will happen and clowns Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn. Stay tuned.
I'm just sat here thinking, isn't it marvellous that the world's biggest fight, Fury versus Wilder, is going to happen, and that smug little tosser Eddie Hearn has nothing to do with it at all. It has nothing to do with the world's biggest fight or his little puppet on a string, the fighter he's got. They're not involved in the biggest fight the world has ever seen between the two biggest heavyweights on the planet. The two most controversial, most outspoken heavyweights out there. Both over 6'6". Both talkers, one Brit, one American. Isn't it marvellous that this fight's going to happen? And little Eddie ain't got nothing to do with it. He is boiling. First he said it's not going to happen, now he said it's nearly done. Whoop, 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 whoop. Tosser! We're coming for you, baby!
Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now this video is not going to be too long. You guys heard it from the man himself. There's only one Tyson Fury, and he's mocking Anthony Joshua, namely Eddie Hearn, but he did take some digs at Joshua too, where he's confirming that the fight with himself and Wilder is gonna happen, and he's rejoicing and laughing that Eddie Hearn, the promoter, is not taking a part in the biggest fight of the year, the biggest heavyweight fight that we've seen in a while, and neither is Anthony Joshua. So they're not gonna be reaping the benefits, and he has every right to be laughing, and I'll get a little bit more into that. So he's basically mocking Eddie Hearn. Like, it has to be driving him bananas and bonkers that we're about to do this big fight. First he said the fight wasn't going to happen. Now he says it's close, and he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's probably beside himself that he had the opportunity to fight Deontay Wilder, passed up and fought Povetkin, and now Tyson Fury is going to likely get an opportunity after Pianetta. All he has to do is beat him, and judging from what I've seen from the guy, Piano, whatever his name is, looks like Tyson Fury should beat him, right? So that will lock things in. Now, Ego's Army, man, new media. We've been killing this year. You know, it's okay to gloat when you've dealt with so much bullshit, so much resistance, so much flack, so much like venom and vitriol from the opposing side. It's okay to gloat in those situations a little bit because we are humble champs. But at the end of the day, I told you guys what was coming, and there was a lot of people who said all this like loony stuff that they know they didn't believe. And once again, why is it that on this side, the real side, Ego's Army, I'm saying stuff and then it's happening. I'm saying stuff, and then you have professional fighters and trainers who are corroborating and co-signing the sentiments that I've made on the channel, like Tyson Fury. Again, when this news broke that Wilder versus Fury may happen this year, pay-per-view, they're trying to put together a Showtime card, whatnot, I told you, I was like, man, that's gonna be a bad look for Joshua and Eddie Hearn. And now you basically have Tyson Fury taunting him, saying the same thing. In addition, Eddie Hearn did early interviews, which Tyson Fury just brought up, and he says oh, it's not gonna happen. I doubt it happens. It's all for publicity, and it's a cool move for a PR stunt. Just like when Wilder dropped the $50 million, he said it was a PR stunt. But it's looking like more than a fucking PR stunt. When you have both fighters, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, they both sound on board. Wilder's like, the baptism is coming and the ceremony shall begin, and Tyson Fury's doing these videos saying it will happen. And then you're getting Steven Espinoza on ESPN saying, yeah, we're trying to put together a nice little undercard, and it sounds like it's coming into fruition, coming into the picture if a couple things click. Wilder's going to be in attendance at the Tyson Fury fight. So what was Eddie Hearn even referring to, saying it won't happen, it won't happen? And I told you guys, he didn't want it to happen because it's going to be a terrible look for his movement, the zone, and Anthony Joshua's stock and stuff. So he was probably saying that because it's like wishful thinking. But it looks like this fight is very close, dangerously close to actually happening. And I even did videos and I said, why would Eddie Hearn, this is a Frank Warren, Al Heyman, you know, Shelley Finkel, or the guy you call Shirley Winkle, Dinkle, Twinkle, and all this other stuff. It's their deal. So how would you know if it's coming close? You have no ends on the negotiations. I mean, there's hearsay, but I have industry connects too, so I hear stuff too all the time that I don't report. But the people involved with it, Tyson Fury, his camp, his people, Frank Warren, Al Heyman, everything on that side, Showtime, Wilder, is pointing like the needle's moving in the right direction. And Eddie Hearn was the one that came out and said, oh, it's not gonna happen, I think it's just for publicity. But how would you know? And I said that. I said these things, and then they happen. How would Eddie Hearn know what's happening on the other side of negotiations that he's not involved with? You know? It's like, if I don't post what I ate for dinner, how you gonna tell me what I ate, what me and my family ate for dinner if I didn't post it on social media and you're not here? You know what I'm saying? How do you know what I ate for dinner? You know, so I really feel it was just wishful thinking. You're hoping and praying that it doesn't happen because you know it's gonna be a major hit to Anthony Joshua's stock. Because once again, people are gonna be like, yo, how is it that Tyson Fury is able to fight Wilder? He took 3 years off trying to get his life right and being suspended and whatnot, and negotiations go fairly smooth. We haven't heard of any major roadblocks or Mexican standoffs, so to speak, where Fury says, I want 65%, or you're getting a flat rate and this and that, and Fury says Wilder hasn't signed the contract, and Wilder says Fury lost his pen. We're not really hearing that with these negotiations. They're all sounding optimistic and all sounding like this is doable and it's possible for this year. The only one, again, who was negative about it was Eddie Hearn. And that's because he has every right to want to be negative about it, because he knows it's going to be a bad look for what he got going on. You know what I mean? You fighting at Wembley. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, if it gets announced, especially sometime soon, like after Fury's next fight, then if it happens before Joshua versus Povetkin, it's going to totally upstage that, because fans will know that they have something to look forward to in the heavyweight division that is much bigger than Joshua Povetkin. You know, if it were up to me, I would probably get all the stuff announced, get everything in order, get all my ducks in a row, and like the fight week or the day of the fight, I would announce Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Like, even if you get the deal done before that, I would purposefully wait and announce it just to steal the shine, similar to what Mayweather did when he announced his mega fight with Conor McGregor weeks before the Canelo Triple G. And I would completely upstage it, because boxing, we're getting back to its roots. You know what I mean? Great fights, great people, great personalities, and the best versus the best, unifications when they can and should happen. And really, Joshua versus Wilder, there was absolutely no reason why it couldn't have happened this year. In fact, their side told you it was going to happen this year, right? After the Carlos Takam fight, Eddie Hearn was in the ring, Joshua was in the ring, and Eddie Hearn specifically said the plan is for Joshua to fight 3 times, Joseph Parker, Deontay Wilder, and Tyson Fury. That's what the fans want, and we're going to deliver. Wilder, he talks a lot. This American talks a lot. Yeah, he's talking a lot, but you're not stopping him from talking. You're not shutting him up. You're not putting your stud in there with him. You're not putting your pit bull in there with that pit bull, you know. So he's gonna keep talking, and he's gonna keep feeling himself and being confident until you shut him up, if you can do that, you know what I mean? And now fast forward to the future, you said that after the Taco fight, now it looks like Wilder is close to fighting Fury. So 3 people, you said you're gonna fight 3 times, and now it's revealed that he's only fighting twice this year, Joshua. And then 2 of the people you named are not with the bullshit, so they're gonna probably fight each other, and you were allegedly gonna fight him. So the only person you fulfilled is Joseph Parker, and he's a cool dude, but just being honest, most people perceived him as the weakest link, like the champion that needed the most developing. And I'm not trying to roast him or not, I'm just saying he needed the most developing. He was the most unseasoned champion. He had fewer title defenses than Wilder, and he had less impressive performances before the Joshua fight. So this is just totally a bad look, and it will upstage Joshua versus Povetkin if they announce it right around that time. And it's a bigger fight, it's a better fight, and that's why you have Tyson Fury in this video, and he's mocking. He's like, this is marvelous. It's basically because he doesn't really care for Eddie Hearn, it doesn't sound like. So he's laughing that there's a biggest heavyweight fight, and Eddie Hearn gets not $1, not 1 red cent. It reminds me of a lot of Mayweather McGregor and stuff. When De La Hoya was hating on Mayweather McGregor, De La Hoya, despite if he likes Floyd Mayweather or not, it doesn't sound like he does, but he was working with him, at least while Richard Schaefer was there. His company was working with, and he was eating off of fights like Mayweather Victor Ortiz, Mayweather Canelo, or whatever, right? And he was all good with it. But that relationship has since like dissolved, and you've seen De La Hoya start hating on Mayweather events. Oh, Mayweather Pacquiao. Guys, it was boring. Canelo versus James Kirkland is the true fight. Like, no, ain't no true fight. That was a fight we knew was gonna happen. Kirkland didn't even have Ann Wolf. Same thing with Mayweather McGregor. De La Hoya was getting on the horn, hating, saying it was a circus. But at the end of the day, you know De La Hoya would have loved to be a part of that promotion because he would have been that much richer, you know? And that's how you could always tell like jealousy and hate and envy and stuff like that, because it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't add up. You dislike a situation, but as if you never put on a worse fight than Mayweather McGregor. Mayweather McGregor as a fight actually was pretty cool. Floyd Mayweather, he fought more hands-on, toe-to-toe, less movement, and you know what I mean, more flat-footed like people wanted. Conor McGregor tried and was doing some showboating, putting his hands behind his back. It wasn't a bad fight, and it broke all records. The press tour was exceptionally fun, but once again, De La Hoya made it sound like it was the worst thing ever. You know what I mean? Worst thing since the mad cow disease. And we knew that was because you were on the outside looking in. Bernard Hopkins did a lot of cooning too, and he did the same thing, talking about, oh yeah, no, Floyd, he's not his own boss, and he has a team. Who cares? And Mayweather McGregor, you guys aren't getting chipped out. You're not getting a piece of that pie, so that's why you're mad. And this is what Tyson Fury is referring to with Eddie Hearn. He's mocking him because it's about to be a big heavyweight fight, global fight. You got a Brit and a guy from America, 2 unsung heroes and like outspoken personalities in this mega fight, and Eddie Hearn's not gonna get 1 red cent, just like De La Hoya and Mayweather Pacquiao and De La Hoya versus Mayweather McGregor. That's why he was mad. That's why he was saying fuck Mayweather McGregor. Man, he sounded like what's the name from Menace to Society, Chauncey. Man, fuck Kane. Yeah, let's see how good he look when 5-0 get a hold of this tape. You know what I'm saying? He like, I don't care, fuck what you talking about. It look like Kane whooping your ass the other night. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You guys, it's very easy to see Eddie Hearn. Of course he's gonna say, oh, it's not gonna happen, and be pessimistic, and I doubt it, it's very doubtful and negative, because you don't want it to happen. Because even if it does happen, you don't get no money off it. See, I told you, I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. I'm like Bernie Mac of this shit. I say what you afraid to say, but it's the truth. And Tyson Fury knows it's the truth. That is precisely why Eddie Hearn is probably reveling right now. He's just like, oh my God, these dudes are gonna really upstage us like that. I got this new DAZN app. I got investors waiting for the big fight. Because another thing with Tyson Fury versus Wilder, let's say Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder. He's back the man. You know what I'm saying? Wilder several title defenses, knockout power. So if he convincingly beats him and does another Klitschko-esque performance where he absolutely wins, then he's the man. So he would have a lot of leverage, you know what I mean? And now the fight with Tyson Fury, the cards may be in his favor more than AJ, right? Or if Wilder beats Fury, you guys can't keep saying, oh, he has a bum squad resume and bum name, because Luis King Kong Ortiz and Tyson Fury wins would be like marvelous names to add to your resume. So that, I would actually say that's probably better than Joshua's resume, you know, at that point, because Klitschko was 41 and he was coming off a loss to Tyson Fury. So with those back-to-back wins, for if Wilder were to beat Tyson Fury, then his resume is now certified. There's nothing you can do, right? So yeah, it's just all around a bad look for Team Joshua, to be honest, and that's why Tyson Fury is having a grand, jolly old time talking about it, because Eddie Hearn, he sees the games he's been playing, and Tyson Fury, I give it to him, man. He keeps it a buck, because like him or hate him, love him or hate him, he says controversial things, but he does keep it true. He says in a past interview, he said Eddie Hearn and Joshua don't want to fight Wilder, and he said Eddie Hearn knows that Wilder's too dangerous. I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said he knows Wilder's too dangerous for Joshua, so he's gonna string it along and string the fans along and stuff. But I'm a real British fighter. I'm down to fight anyone, and that's why people respect Tyson Fury. You don't have he battled his demons like a man. You know, he did some bad things or things that against policy and rules and stuff. Got suspended, served his time. You know, it's just Tyson Fury. If we relate this to some street shit, Tyson Fury will be the person who robbed a bank with a group of people, and he's the one that got caught, and they had the most evidence against him, and he didn't rat on his boys. You know, he just did the bid. He didn't tell on nobody, didn't bring the whole operation down. You know, he just did his bid, lost some weight, you know what I mean, worked out and lost weight in the pen, and then he got out. Now he's a free man, and he doesn't have to live his life looking over his shoulder because he double-crossed the mob or, you know, the mafia or these, you know what I mean, a crime syndicate. And people will probably actually show him love and buy him things when he gets out, because they know he did a bid for them, right? And he didn't bring anyone else down, so they're gonna show you love. That's what it is with Tyson Fury. Win, lose, or draw, I'm showing Tyson Fury love, because he didn't snitch, he didn't rat, he did his time, he was part of the crime, he did his time, did his bid, and that's it. You know, he did coke. I've never done coke. I've never done any hardcore drugs like that. Only thing I've ever done is drink alcohol and smoke weed. See, I'm very transparent. That's my life. You know, I never wanted to do nothing else. Tyson Fury, he had other shit going on. He felt ostracized, felt it was a witch hunt against him, whatever. He did that, and, you know, he didn't cry over it. He got fat as fuck, and then he shed the pounds. He said the pounds melting off like warm butter. And then he just, you know, he just did his time, did the crime, did the time. And now he's back into the limelight, and now he might get a mega payday. So win, lose, or draw, I'm giving that man Tyson Fury, if he fights Wilder next, credit, because he took 3 years off, came back to 2 soft touches, and he's willing to fight Wilder. This is something that AJ doesn't look like he is equipped to deal with, and he's been a champion, and he's been far more active with some good performances since he's become a champion, and it's been a bunch of games. And the world sees it, Tyson Fury sees it, Wilder sees it, Ego's Army see it, and that's all I gotta say. So that's my breakdown of why Tyson Fury is kind of rejoicing, because he won up Eddie Hearn, you know, and so did Deontay Wilder. They thought that Anthony Joshua is this master A-side, and, you know, he holds all the cards and nothing in the division is popping unless AJ has something to do with it. And if Wilder Fury happens, that will be the antithesis of that notion that AJ is such a A-side that don't nothing happen and don't shit move unless AJ says so, because that, my friends, it will really upstage Joshua and anything he's doing right now and how he's being received by the public and Joshua Povetkin. I'm out. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing out. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego. the future of boxing.